Irrigation move supports environmental limits. Analysis: the government announcement it won't financially support 3 irrigation projects is more of a political line in the sand than a big swipe at agribusiness. Despite cries of a kick in the guts to rural New Zealand, or victory claims by Forest and Bird, the Hurrianui Water Project and Hunter Downs schemes are going ahead, while the third fledgling flax-borne proposal was always an unlikely prospect. But the move reflects the view, even within some farming circles, that taxpayers should no longer support private development schemes while also paying to clean up environmental damage. The door remains open for funding of other schemes, including Nelson's proposed Waimiatam and the Kiro-Duntroon irrigation scheme. There was also the possibility of grants for community water schemes through the new Labour-led government's Provincial Growth Fund. Moreover, one of the biggest schemes in the country, Stage 2 of Canterbury's Central Plains Water, is well underway with Crown Irrigation Investments funding. The environmental effects of existing schemes won't show up for many years yet. Even the political commissioners appointed under the previous government to Environment Canterbury have acknowledged that consented farms with existing water rights will see the degraded Tiwara, Lake Ellesmere in far worse shape in coming decades before it improves. Irrigation NZ Chief Executive Andrew Curtis can rightly claim that farms nowadays are tied up with environmental farm plans and effluent targets they must work within. Any change to these regional limits would come from the government tightening national freshwater targets. Entire districts have nutrient allocation limits while the farms in an area must keep their pollution to levels stated in their land use consents. This week ecologists Dr. Alison Dews, Landcorp's head of environment, and Dr. Mike Joy, senior lecturer at Massey, took environment councillors to task over these limits. In a special meeting, Dews and Joy outlined to them how nutrient allocation limits in Canterbury were far too liberal. Dews said dairy farms were allocated 5 times the amount of allowable nutrient than sheep and beef farms. Joy outlined his view of how farm values were based on a license to pollute, and the district allocation model meant that if one farmer voluntarily chose tighter environmental targets, the neighbouring farm could take up the slack to the allowable limits. The role of the market has played its part in bringing about peak cow numbers after Fonterra's big milk fat payout 3 years ago. There has been a decrease nationally of about 100,000 cows. All of which fits with the irrigation lobby's assertions that more irrigation is promoting agricultural diversity into more cropping and less intensive farming. Critics say the numbers remain staggering. Jury NZ own figures suggest the water consumption of New Zealand dairy farms is equivalent to the residential use of 60 million people, which is just part of the dairy herd footprint.